The avoidance detachment is not just an emotional strategy. It is a physiological assault on their own body that accumulates damage with every year they maintain their defensive distance. The science is unambiguous. Chronic emotional suppression, social isolation, and the sustained activation of stress responses, without the buffer of intimate connection, create a cascade of health consequences that shorten lifespan. The walls they build to protect themselves emotionally are simultaneously destroying them physically. Number 1. Chronic emotional suppression creates unrelenting physiological stress. The avoidance nervous system exists in a state of constant low-grade activation. Every moment of emotional suppression, every feeling pushed down, every vulnerable impulse redirected into detachment, every connection avoided to prevent overwhelm, registers in the body as a microstressor. These individual suppressions seem manageable, but they accumulate into chronic elevation of cortisol, sustained activation of the sympathetic nervous system, and persistent inflammation that the body never fully resolves. Research confirms what the avoidant refuses to acknowledge. Emotional suppression does not eliminate emotional experience. It drives it underground where it manifests as physical deterioration. The body keeps the score of every emotion not processed, every connection not formed, every moment of loneliness reframed as preference. This chronic stress damages cardiovascular systems, weakens immune function, accelerates cellular aging. The avoidant is not protecting themselves through detachment. They are slowly poisoning their own physiology with unmetabolized emotional experience. Subscribe to understand how attachment patterns become physiological patterns that determine lifespan. Number 2, social isolation eliminates the primary buffer against mortality. The research is devastating in its clarity. Sustained social isolation is as lethal as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, more dangerous than obesity, a stronger predictor of early death than lack of physical exercise. The avoidant constructs their life around minimizing deep connection, around maintaining independence that feels like strength but functions as slow self-destruction. Human nervous systems are wired for co-regulation, the physiological soothing that occurs through sustained intimate contact with another person. Without this, the body never fully settles, never achieves the parasympathetic state required for genuine rest and repair. The avoidance isolation means their stress response is chronically activated without the biological interruption that close relationships provide. They experience loneliness, not as acute pain, but as a constant hum, and that constant hum is systematically breaking down their body's resilience, increasing risk of heart disease, stroke, dementia, early mortality. Number 3, the performance of self-sufficiency exhausts the body's regulatory capacity. The avoidant does not simply exist in isolation. They actively maintain the performance that independence requires. Every interaction involves monitoring emotional expression to ensure they reveal nothing, managing distance to prevent unwanted closeness, suppressing needs that could make them appear dependent. This constant self-regulation depletes the body's finite capacity for stress management. The nervous system was not designed to operate in sustained high alert without periods of genuine safety and connection. The avoidant's refusal to access the co-regulatory resources that relationships provide means they are running their biological systems at maximum output with no recovery periods. The exhaustion is cumulative and irreversible. The body's ability to manage stress degrades, immune function collapses, inflammation becomes chronic and systemic. The avoidant believes their detachment is self-preservation. The science reveals it as self-destruction that operates too slowly to trigger alarm until the damage is irreversible.